Hey guys, Rushy here. In today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about the dreaded scenario of having two GCSEs in one school day. I have heard that you can have up to 3 GCSEs to sit in one school day. However, this seems quite ridiculous, so I'm not sure if this is true or not. Comment down below guys if you know whether this is true or false. But usually, when people sit more than one GCSE, usually there's 2 you have to sit, one in the morning and one in the afternoon after lunch. So this is what I'm going to be talking about today, giving my own personal experience on having 2 GCSEs to sit in the one school day, but also my overall opinion and positives and negatives to this scenario. Firstly, one benefit that both teachers and pupils raise is that with 2 GCSEs to sit in one day, you can get twice the amount of GCSEs done within half the amount of time. So basically, you're going through your final exam wave much quicker than you usually would, which is definitely a positive because you want to get as many GCSEs out of the way as possible, which leaves more time for revision for other GCSEs which you'll be sitting afterwards if there are any, but also you're that much closer then to finishing all your GCSEs, which as we all know is very good indeed. Another positive that some believe that having 2 GCSEs in one day may raise is the concentration level of a pupil. Obviously, there's twice the amount of pressure that you endure in this time, so maybe you'll work twice as hard, concentrate twice as much, and focus twice as hard before the exams, which will obviously create better progress and better effort in your GCSEs, which is obviously a positive. In terms of negatives, there are definitely a few. Firstly, having 2 GCSEs in one day, you'll have to try and cut down, minimise the amount of revision you can do for a certain GCSE or subject, which the GCSE is. Especially the morning GCSE, you'll have to cut the revision time in the morning, and also for the afternoon GCSE, it's almost impossible to revise in the morning time, therefore you have to revise hopefully in a revision lesson, which will be third lesson, which is most ideal. Third lesson, hopefully you should have a revision lesson, or if you're unlucky enough not to have, bring your equipment in anyway, your revision stationery, so you can revise on your own throughout that lesson. So there's has to be a definite cut to the amount of revision time, but also the day before the exam, whereas you would just revise for the subject you have the GCSE on the next day, you have to revise for 2 subjects instead of 1. So that will cut the amount of revision time, but also cram twice as much information into your head, which will obviously raise stress levels, confusion levels as well, and may hinder your performance in your GCSEs, which is obviously negative. Another negative to having 2 GCSEs in one school day is you'll have to change your daily routine. For example, well obviously you need to be hydrated in your exams and you need to be well fed to have the ultimate performance, obviously, and to create the ultimate concentration levels. So regardless of whether you have food at lunch or not, definitely I recommend you have a bite to eat, and hopefully then for the final GCSE you'll be sitting that day, you'll be well nourished, which is obviously a positive. Finally guys, it's personal comfort. Obviously after you've sat one GCSE, you know, especially if it's a hot day and you're really stressed out, you tend to sweat a lot, but if it's a hot day, for example, you've sat your first GCSE, you know, some people just choose to relax in revision lessons or go home afterwards. You'll have to stay in school for an extra GCSE and stay in that same exam hall again, where you'll just get really sweaty again, and definitely a very uncomfortable experience. In terms of my personal experience of having two GCSEs in one school day, definitely a lot of hard work is required. Before the exams, I'm definitely very stressed out, more than usual. I had to put a lot of thinking into how to organise my revision around these two exams, when and where to revise, and the best strategy to. So I had to make sure I had a revision lesson, third lesson, and obviously had to dedicate my morning time to more of my morning time to revising for my first GCSE of that day. Whilst also during the exams, I don't recommend you do this. It's definitely impacted my progress and performance in my first exam. I was actually halfway through my first exam, I started thinking and worrying about my second exam. So what I recommend you do is just concentrate on each exam at a time. Don't worry yourself on an exam that you have to sit in the afternoon in your morning exam. So that definitely wasn't very good of me, but just natural instinct, I guess. So that's it, guys, for this video. Just to let you know, I've organised a new playlist with all my school-related topic videos, ranging from the other week to all the way to last year. I've put into a new playlist called School Talk. Now, you can access all these videos. Only School Talk, only school style videos will be in that playlist, obviously. So you can access all school style advice and personal experiences with school life on a whole, all in one playlist, so it'll be easy to catch up on older videos without just scrolling through all my videos uploaded. So that should be easier for you guys to find. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.